Hi grade 10s, this is the solutions to the trig worksheet on calculator work. Alright, so the first part is really not rocket science. You just type it in your calculator, your sompompi. So you just type sine of 17, you get 0.29, you round off to 2 decimal places in all of these. So I'm not going to go through question 1, I mean that's just typing. Okay, so the solutions to the second part there, question 2, you just need to just substitute x into x and y into y. Just a couple of things I want you to pay attention to. In question A and B, hopefully you've realized by now that so sine x plus y, okay? You cannot distribute the function sine. Sine without an angle means nothing, right? So you can't, for example, so sine x plus by y is 0.91. Sine x plus sine y is a very different answer. So that means you can't distribute, okay? The same with tan x plus y, tan x plus tan y. Tan x plus by tan y is not the same as tan x plus y. So just note that. That's very important. Then of course also the 3 cos x and the cos 3x, they are 3 times the angle, 3 times the function of cos x. Okay, they are very different things. Okay, so that's quite important. And then the other part is just a bit of a joke. So if you've got sine x over n, can you prove that sine x of n is equal to 6? Well, of course you can. You just scratch out those n's, right? And then 6 therefore is equal to 6. Isn't that? No, please don't do that. So that's not a thing, right? I mean, it's really just a joke. You cannot do that. So it's really just a joke. Please don't do that. So sine without an angle means nothing. It's always to do with sine, cos, tan of a reference angle is equal to a ratio. Okay. Right, and then next up is those ones that you've that's a bit more complex, but it's not too bad. So sec of 30. So please, if we ask you a question like this in the exam, don't call us and say there's no sec button on your calculator. Your calculator is too old or something. Very funny, but please don't. So sec of 30, well, sec, remember, is the reciprocal of cos. So that is 1 over cos of 30 degrees. And cos of 30 is equal to root 3 over 2. So 1 over that, we just type in cos 30 on your calculator, is equal to 2 over root 3. And that is 2 divided by the square root of 3 is equal to 1.54. Okay. So question 3b, sec square 30 degrees of 30 degrees is equal to, okay, so sec square is 1 over cos square of 30 degrees, right? So that then means it is cos square 30 times, so cos 30, oh goodness, so cos 30 square, right? So cos 30 times cos 30, and what is that equal to? Cos 30 times by cos 30 is, yeah, so that's equal to 4 over 3. So question C, what we've got is we've got 3 cosec 30 degrees. So cosec, of course, is the reciprocal of sine, so it's 1 over sine of 30, right? So that therefore becomes 3 over sine of 30. Sine of 30 is equal to a half. 3 divided by half is equal to 6. So type that in your calculator if you're not very good at fractions yet, but sort out those fractions, eh? So 4 cot 40. 4 cot is the reciprocal of tan, so that's 1 over tan of 40. So that therefore is equal to 4 over tan of 40. And what is 4 over 4 tan of 40? Yeah, that's equal to 4.77. Next one, 1 over sec 30. So sec 30 is the reciprocal of cos. So this, in other words, is equal to 1 divided by 1 over cos of 30. That's weird. That, of course, means 1 divided by 1 over cos of 30, which means that's going to become 1 times by cos 30 over 1, right? So if you multiply the reciprocal, so, and then therefore that's just equal to cos of 30. And what is cos of 30 equal to? Square root of 3 over 2, which is like 0.87 or something, eh? All right, and then last question, question F. let's do it there. So this one is a looks difficult, but it's not. So cosec 30 over sec 30. I know what we can do. We just divide the 6 out and the 30 out, right? So the answer is equal to go. Ha! No. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. So cosec 30 is the same as saying, well, 1 over sine of 30. And then we've got sec 30, which is 1 over cos of 30. Okay, so therefore we've got 1 over sine of 30 divided by 1 over cos of 30. So 1 over sine of 30 times by cos of 30 over 1, which is equal to then cos of 30 over sine of 30. So look at that question there quickly. So the reciprocal of cosec is sine. Sine now goes on the bottom, and sec of 30, cos goes on the top. So yeah, so you can make your own conclusion there.